What's up, everyone? We are back. Extend the Drive Best Ball Live. Sean Mitchell here. Good, nice, friendly guest, a fellow streamer and fellow degenerate. Yeah. We got the Birdman, Mr. Goofy Chicken Fantasy is in the house with us today. Thanks for joining me, Dan. How's it going?
Hey, appreciate you having me. Glad to be on the show. Let's rock this thing out, man.
Absolutely. So first things first, let's get a little background of the Goofy Chicken. So what made the name, man? Would you come up? I mean, are you a Falcons fan? I know you're from Atlanta, right? Are you in the Atlanta area? I am. I think I heard that right.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a failed food truck that was called GoofyChicken. I made a logo for it. I said, well, I'm gonna use this logo for something. Even if we're not selling chicken. Well, that's my logo, so I went with GoofyChicken Fantasy.
Okay. Hey, that's good to always get the backstory of you know, how you get your name and how you do things. And yeah, that's awesome, man. I didn't know you had a food truck. That's pretty. So you're not in the food truck business anymore? Just
no, I'm a school teacher. So that's my day job.
Gotcha. Well, all the props to you on that too, man. I know you guys are some very generous folks teaching the kids, man. So I appreciate you and all you do with that.
Yeah.
So how long you been streaming, man? By the way, I did link his YouTube channel link and also his X handle. So you guys go give him a follow, go over to his channel, give him a sub, give him a like, do all that fun stuff, help the man grow. But yeah, so how long you been streaming, man?
Hey, so this is the year where I said I'm gonna try to be consistent. I've been inconsistent for about 2 or 3 years now. You know how it goes. You just man. You got other stuff going on. Right.
All the time. Yeah. It's tough to stay consistent, man. That's one of the hardest things. You know, I got kids, I got a wife, and, you know, I work, like you, I got a day gig too. So, but yeah, I kind of the same way. Like this year, I said, you know what? I started like in March of last year, and I did this is episode number 32, by the way. So, episode 32 here of Extend the Drive. And yeah, like I was hoping to probably do another 40 or 50 videos and I started this year a lot earlier than I did last year. So yeah, getting a head start on it. And, but yeah, I'm relatively new also. So, like you said, just trying to stay consistent, but let's go ahead and let's get a big board over on Underdog in the Underdog streets. We're going to get a big board fired up.
Let's do it.
20-second 5, count it down. 4, 3, don't give me a location error. 2, and we are waiting on 3. So let's see if we can,
it looks like this is what's this, draft 34 for you if my math was correct?
Yep, that's
it. The big board.
Hey, shout out Best Ball Q also. He's also the one that recommended me get you on the stream, man.
Yeah, so shout out to Best Ball Q. That's my guy. Yeah, so do you plan on maxing out the big board?
No, probably not.
Me neither.
And I think you were doing what, 50? I think that's
roughly 50. Yeah. Yeah, I feel good with 50. You know, $10 can get a little steep.
I know it. I hear you.
Big board. So I'm gonna save some for Best Ball Mania and you know all the other stuff, the corgi and the poodle and all the dog breeds that they have during the preseason.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You know, like usually I'll which, you know, I've been playing on Underdog ever since they launched. But I think the first year I didn't do very many Best Ball Manias because, you know, at that time they didn't really, I mean, they only had a few contests, you know, when they first launched. And as they continue, I think year 2, I maxed the BBM and didn't play any smaller contests. And then after that, I was like, I didn't have really good results. And honestly, I kind of put that as I just probably wasn't drafting great at the time. Right. And I was only focusing on BBM and was kind of just drafting what I wanted to, but also not taking it so seriously. And so that was kind of like a wake-up call. And I was like, you know what? Now I'm just going to try to get in as much volume on our tournaments, the $5 to $3, you know, kind of like you know, get in those smaller ones. And I've had luck with that over the last couple of years. I had a rough year last year, but the year before, you know, I had a decent year. So hoping to turn it back around.
Yeah, so last year was my first year actually getting into best ball. You know, I started to get that itch a little early last year. So I was like, man, let me fire up some pre-drafts and let me fire up some best ball underdog drafts because I can't wait for my redraft league to come. I'm getting a little excited.
Yeah, I hear you.
So let me go ahead and fire something up. And that's how I found it. So last year I ended up doing about 170 drafts on Underdog.
So you're only on Underdog? You don't play on
I did a little DraftKings. I did a little DraftKings too. When I was feeling like a wide receiver, bro, I went over there to do DraftKings. Give me some full PPR action.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But so I had some success. I had about a 35% advance rate. So
that's really good.
I was happy. 16% is average.
Right. Yep.
And as we say at Goofy Chicken Fantasy, man, we draft just to make it out the first round. We draft pretty conservative. All right. We're just trying to get our money back. That's what we're trying to do.
I hear you. I mean, and that's, kind of a big reason why I do draft early. We are about to launch the draft here, but that's a big reason why I draft early is because I kind of want to get a little bit of the drafting cycles, get in a little bit early, then your ADPs start getting switched up, and then you start switching your stances a little bit, being a little bit more fluid. But yeah, I mean, that's, I think I did almost 600 last year total.
Okay.
But I also drafted on drafters, and I did a little bit on DraftKings. The majority was on Underdog here, but yeah, I've already moved over and started doing some early on DK. I do like their $10 contests over there. I've got like 25 of those done too. So I'm kind of halving the early contests here, but I won't max either one. I'll probably just get 40 to 50 in each one and probably call it done.
Looks like we're in the 9 spot.
We are in the 9. Let's see if we know anybody in the draft. I don't see any. It looks like none of the usuals that I usually draft with on stream are in there, but that's good. We're gonna have a good draft. So let's get to some players, man. Let's talk some ball. So who I watched, like I said, major props to you. I watched a couple of your parts of your streams earlier and trying to get familiarized with how you kind of do your flow, and I like how you cut in the clips, man. You make it fun, you make it enjoyable. You do a lot more than I do, I'll say that. So I'm probably more boring than most of your streamers, but so you're usually running back early guy, right? I mean, that's kind of where everybody is this year, I think.
Hey, this is a 0.5 PPR system we're running in. It only makes sense to go running back for me if they're available.
Right.
So, I'm looking for those running backs that could give us over 200 points by the end of the season. There's only so many of those guys out there. Probably about 15 of them, 15 of them that's going to go over 200 total points for the season. I want them. I want at least 2 of them.
I hear you. Yeah, and I think that is kind of the meta this year. And what's up, Jason? Good to see you in the chat, man. He was on the last stream with me. But, yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what the meta has shifted to. It started last year, really, with everybody wanting to kind of start taking the early running backs. And then this year it's just like went totally, into full running back mode for sure. First 2 or 3 rounds. But, I mean, for good reason. It's because those running backs have been very valuable the last couple of years.
For sure.
Who you liking right here, man? We're on the clock. I'm liking
James Cook right there.
Okay, let's do James Cook then.
And in these pre-draft best balls where it's really early, a lot of the guys that we're in the draft room with are sharp. We're not getting casual drafters this early.
Not usually. I mean, unless they're just bad drafters. But yeah, you make a good point there. You got to get your guys. You need to get the early round guys, and you're going to have to hit on them. You won't really get the casual drafters till a couple months down the road when you start getting them into camp and all that.
I'm looking for the guys, the casual drafters coming home from the bar, just ready trying to get a draft in.
Yes, sir. Get to those early. That's why I like to wake up early Saturday morning and Sunday mornings and try to catch the real early 6, 7 o'clock streams whenever folks aren't really thinking straight. But we are about to be back up on the clock here. Started James Cook. Got some running backs on the board here. What are you liking right here?
Backs. I remember last year when Christian McCaffrey was going in the second round early. I think it might be the same situation with Saquon Barkley this year, where you're going to be able to get him in the second round a little early, and he's still going to have a good top RB1, high-end RB1 year for you.
You like him?
I do.
Okay. I think that's totally fine. I honestly like Saquon again this year. And kind of like you mentioned, he was going at the 2 or 3, spot last year. Has kind of a down year after having the Super Bowl run, getting the 400 touch, rule. So with the CMC thing, is that something that you're paying attention to? Are you drafting a lot of CMC? I mean, a lot of people are kind of are out on him this year because of how many touches he got last year. Obviously his injury history. What are your thoughts on CMC this year?
I'm still drafting CMC if he comes to me at ADP around that 7-8 slot, because it's hard for me to pass up on a running back who got 100 targets last year.
That's true. That is true.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I know they signed Mike Evans, so that's obviously going to help them out quite a bit. But George Kittle, obviously going to be on the he'll be slow to get into the season.
Yeah.
So John Jennings is up in the air. They got Ricky Pearsall, so it could very well mean that he gets another 6 to 10 targets a game next year.
I truly believe Kyle Shanahan likes his guy. He likes Christian McCaffrey. He's going to feed him.
Right. And
then Christian McCaffrey wants to be fed. So that's a great relationship.
I hear you. Yeah. I mean, obviously you want guys that are, I know his rushing metrics were a bit down. He's kind of lost a little bit of burst, but when you add in the receptions, and that's, it's just so much more for him. And that's what really makes his upside so great, is just how many targets he gets. But so let's see here. Running backs, all the way from HN all the way to Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Brock Bowers, K-Dub Went, Josh Jacobs. They're at the front turn here.
Yeah. Take a look at that queue.
Let's take a look real quick.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a run of some wide receivers.
Yeah.
Josh Allen in the mix, and then some running backs, obviously.
We got some running backs, if it was my if I was doing my thing, I'm really looking at A-Chain and I'm really looking at Hall right here. Hard, because then we're done. Then we're pretty much done. And now we're looking for our quarterbacks, our receivers, and our tight ends, and we'll grab a running back if something falls to us.
Right. Now, are you drafting early tight end this year, or what do you?
No, because tight ends get hurt, man.
Right.
Big guys get hurt. That's a lot of body on that field.
That's true.
Think about it. Whenever you see a tight end fall, they fall hard. They don't fall graciously.
Yeah, I mean, there's only a couple of tight ends that didn't really get, like Trey McBride, I think was one that didn't really get hurt. Like you like Brees here. I know that's your guy.
I like Brees as an RB3. I don't think you could go wrong with that.
No, and I kind of, again, you kind of get into the hyper fragile. I heard you mention that you were big into the hyper fragile last year. That was something. There's a lot of them where I would take 4 running backs and be done, and just stick with 4. Yeah. A lot of people that gets them a little squirmish, but. I mean, I think it was this BBM2, I think, was Justin Herzig 1, and he had a hyper fragile build with 4 running backs. But I do think it's a good build. I do think you can get away with it. But, yeah, 5 or 6 running back is usually about where I like to land anyways. And I really, starting off with 3 like this, just kind of like you mentioned, you can stop at 5 if you want.
At this point, we're done for a while. You could take the running backs off the board. We don't even need to –
Right. No, and there's really none that this range is probably the worst range of running backs. I think we are on the clock here.
I'm thinking Zay Flowers or Luther Burden here. What's your thoughts on that?
Which one do you like more? Because honestly, I think they're both middle.
You got a better chance to stack Luther Burden.
Okay.
If that's what you want to do.
I do like the upside of Burden now that obviously, DJ Moore is gone. He should slot right into a new role and be able to, he should be a constant producer this year. I don't think he's, going to get there. Zacchaeus is gone. So I do like the outlook for Burden here.
And Luther Burden is in a division where that's a shootout division, man. You got KOC at Minnesota, Ben Johnson in Chicago, Matt LaFleur in Green Bay. That's a shootout division right there. Those guys are running.
That's true, man. You get into the NFC. There's a lot of shootout conferences in the NFC. The NFC East, NFC North. But yeah, I totally agree. You getting the Packers. You getting into the Bears. Those guys. I fully agree. agree.
Those are great play callers right there on every organization.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a nice little run here. Wide receivers, Rashee Rice. How are you? Are you drafting a lot of Rashee Rice? Are you taking any of them?
I like high character guys.
Yeah, there you go. I fully agree with you, man. I fully agree with you. I'm not really taking much at all either.
I'm good.
He's not my guy. He's not my guy for sure. DJ Moore goes. Are you drafting some DJ Moore now that he's with Josh Allen? How you like his outlook now?
I can't. I don't have a good exposure to him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Gotcha.
Now, not to say he's a great receiver. He's still got a lot left in him, but I just don't draft that much Josh Allen. I don't jump that high on quarterbacks hardly.
I hear you. I haven't really either. I've been kind of waiting on middle quarterbacks, getting in that, which I've taken some Caleb, obviously, because like you mentioned, like DeAndre Swift's there, Luther Burden, Colston Loveland was there. There's a lot of stack partners up in the early picks for Caleb. So
I'm hoping Christian Watson comes to us here. I don't want to say too much on stream.
Well, we got Christian Watson if that's what you're liking here.
I'd like to go Christian Watson.
Yeah.
And now you got Luther Burden and Christian Watson in a shootout.
Yep.
Chicago.
Yeah. I saw where you were going with that. I like that little divisional play there.
Christian Watson, I know he has his injury problems, but he looked smooth out there when he got back in 2025.
If we can just get one full healthy season from him, it'd be amazing. And I mean, the guys really just had bad luck. I mean, you talk about the injuries; they're hard to predict. CMC's kind of in that same boat. Just had some really just freakish injuries that kind of stayed with them and made them, hurt their upside a lot. But yeah, Christian Watson last year looked phenomenal. Looked good. Really good.
Body looked good. Routes looked professional.
Yes, sir.
When he first got to the league, his routes were. I'm thinking Caleb Williams here.
I was going to say, we want to go ahead and stack him up. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Might as well do it since we've already got Luther. Yeah. And let's say this guy has Loveland too, so I knew if we waited on Caleb, he might have taken him anyway.
He wasn't coming back to us anyway.
No, he definitely wasn't coming back. But yeah, we already had did Rome already go too? Yeah, he went right here.
Yeah, so we're good.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. Like this whole running back range for me is one of the worst ones I think on the board, except obviously late round running backs. But Travion, I really do like DeAndre Swift. I'm drafting quite a bit of him.
Look at the guy to our left with Junkins and Scatterboo, man. Both of those guys were on the table a couple months ago.
I know it, man. It's
anesthesia.
That's a bit fragile, isn't it? It's a bit too fragile for me. Are you drafting any of those guys?
No, I can't. I gotta see him at camp first, man. I
hear you.
I gotta see you on some grass before I could draft you. I don't want to speculate.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm kind of the same way. Like I'm not buying into, they're saying Scatterboo looks good. He's already, being able to move and run a little bit. But I'm like you, man. I want to see it. I want to see it first. I
got touch some grass first before,
both of these guys had the same injury pretty much. Broken legs, dislocated ankles.
Ugly.
Same thing with James Conner, and
right.
The good thing about these two guys is they're still young. That's about the only thing they've, got going for them. But, Judkins, I didn't really even like his, you can say one thing for Judkins is volume, but they do have a new coaching staff over in Cleveland. I don't know how that's all going to go. And again, I mean, what if he doesn't come out fully? They always say the year after the major injury like that is usually a major drop in efficiency. So it'll be interesting to see how both of those guys do this year. And I honestly, I think Jeremiah Love could make it to the Giants at 4.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's 5. Sorry. Tennessee's at 4.
Yeah, after Tennessee. All right, let's see what we got here.
Top of the queue looks like a couple of wide receivers and Wilson. We got Fan in there.
What you think about going back-to-back quarterbacks?
Well, we don't have any that stack up per se.
I would say Justin Herbert's easy to back stack kind of with maybe Gatson. Maybe we could get Trey Harris.
Yeah. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. You want to take Herbert here?
I think I want to take Herbert there, and hopefully we can backstack him with Gatson, or even backstack him with Trey Harris.
I like Herbert. I think he's obviously a really good quarterback. His rushing ability kind of shown a lot more last year. They wanted to get him running a lot more, so that helped out a lot. Helps his fantasy value for sure. But we are about to be back up here at pick 88.
I hope he makes it to us too. I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, I hear you.
I know you know what I'm thinking.
I think
you do.
I think you're thinking of Addison, right?
I'm thinking Addison right here.
I figured with the NFC there, I was like, yeah, he's thinking of Minnesota here, right? KOC.
Yeah.
The KOC special.
Yeah, I'm thinking KOC here.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, I think get Kyler Murray now over there. I think both Addison and Justin Jefferson are going to have much more upside. Obviously, that is barring that he wins the job. Obviously, I think everybody is kind of in the same camp that he's going to win the job, and JJ McCarthy's kind of on the shelf at this point.
Yeah.
But
so, just thinking ahead here, man. We've already got 2 quarterbacks. Do we want to try to get one more stack in here with Jordan Love or Kyler Murray?
We could, yeah.
And then just be done with quarterbacks. And now we're just looking for volatile spike guys.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've mostly taken 3 quarterbacks on most of these drafts anyways with 20 rounds. I mean, it's a little bit of a safety net. I'm not doing anything like 4 quarterbacks or anything like that, but I do majorly take 3 quarterbacks. So I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, because we don't even know the bye weeks yet.
Right.
And we would hate to land 2 quarterbacks on a bye week, like a goose egg in one of those weeks. That's a good point. The difference between the 4th place and the 3rd place. That goose egg.
That's a good point. That's a fair point as well. Yeah, we don't have bye weeks. Best Ball Q said, I think mid to late quarterback teams win this year. Drake May down to Bo Nix feels like the quarterback sweet spot. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Sure. I think Stafford's still decently valuable. Kyler's moved up a ton.
Is that your ranks or is that the ADPs right
So
there?
That was on my rank. But okay. Yeah, these are my ranks.
Okay, yeah. I just saw Kyler Murray ahead of Jordan Love, and I'm completely cool with that. The question is like, do you think they're going to come back to us if we skip them? One of them might come back to us, I think.
I mean, we do have the turn there, right? So technically we probably could, and I was looking to see, they all have 1 quarterback. Do they have any stack? It's Justin Jefferson's here, so Kyler could easily go to the Ocean Man. Love, I don't see any Packers, so Love probably could come back to us.
So then let's look at what we got. We're on the clock.
Okay. Yeah. Not a lot of wide receivers. We've got Gadsden down here if we want to do that.
They gonna come back to us. We've already.
You want to queue him up and push quarterback?
Let's queue him up.
We want to get the stack, right?
Yeah, we want to grab the stack. And
even if we do happen to miss out on Love, it's not the end of the world. We've got 2 really good quarterbacks. We could pick up a late 3rd, like a Breece Hall with Geno, something like that nature.
So are you thinking stacking Love or Murray here, or do you want to go and grab another wide receiver?
I'm open to both, to be flat out honest.
Let's see what the wide receivers are.
There's not just a ton of good wide receivers in this range, but
none of them that I love.
No, I mean, there's none that I'm just.
It's none that we can't get similar talent later
on. Right, I agree. Yeah, I think if Murray's here, which I think we put on Murray.
We're on the clock. We can do Murray.
You want to do that, and then we'll be done at quarterback.
We're done. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, we got a 3-3-1 right now. 3-3-3-1. Yeah, I said that right. James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Breece Hall, Luther Burden, Christian Watson, Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Jordan Addison, Gadsden, and then Kyler Murray. So we've got the stacks already with Herbert and Gadsden there. We've stacked up Kyler now with Jordan Addison. So yeah, I mean, I'm liking the way this team's looking so far. What do you think?
I'm liking the team.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. We have
balance.
We got some work to do.
We got to clean up we're gonna have to clean up the wide receivers.
We got some work to do. We need some wide receivers that are going to give us 5 or 6 spike weeks during the season.
Right. Yep.
I'm talking about big spike weeks.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I'm looking at some of these wide receivers. I'm still buying a little bit of Juwan Jennings. I think he's gonna sign somewhere and probably be fantasy relevant still.
I agree.
Coker, I was a big fan of last year. I do think his role expands this year. But he's more of a Buster Boom type play, with the low volume passing that Carolina has. Mm-hmm. Who else are you in on these guys right here in this range? You like Downs or Higgins?
I like Downs. I definitely like Downs, especially now that Michael Pittman's out of town. Right. Downs just gets open.
Yeah.
Like he's a hard cover in that slot.
Yeah, he is.
For sure.
And hopefully his snaps go up. Yeah, I mean, I know that was a constant issue last year, but like you mentioned, yeah, with with Michael Pittman now out the door,
and I'm a firm believer in that. A lot of times, I mean, I don't know how much Josh Downs you watched in college, but college production, was just unbelievable.
Yeah, he was a stud, man. He was fun to watch.
He just needs the targets.
Yeah. I totally agree, and he needs. I really hope that Daniel Jones is good to go earlier than later in the season and can really prop him up too.
And just to talk about a guy, I really like Jaden Higgins too. I love Steve Smith. That was Steve Smith's favorite guy. I love me some Steve Smith, and is Matthew Golden still down there? Although we don't need man. I was just It's crazy.
No, he's already gone.
It's crazy to me how some of these first round wide receivers. Oh, we're on the clock.
Yeah. Do you like any of these wide receivers, or you want one of these tight ends?
Let's go a wide receiver here. Let's go Jennings if you like, or Jalen. Yeah.
Let's get Jennings. Yeah, I do like Jalen McMillan, but I think Jennings could potentially. With Jennings playing in the slot mainly, or he did in San Francisco, I think that could be a big fantasy producer depending on where he lands. I was really hoping he would land with Washington, and it looks like now they're going a different direction. They're probably going to draft. I think they'll draft a wide receiver. I think everybody thinks that Jeremiah Love's going to go there at 7, but I don't think Jeremiah Love's going to last to 7. That's just my 2 cents.
That was my first Jennings click of the year. So
really,
yeah, I mean. But I was looking at some stuff, today, and Jennings had popped up. He's a red zone target monster.
He is, man.
So
he's actually quite shifty in that slot role, man. I liked watching him last year. We are back on the clock here.
I like Kelsey because he's getting paid $54 million. I'm following the money there.
I hear you. Hey, I don't mind taking Kelsey here especially as a tight end too. I mean,
tight end too. I'm just
not much downside.
I'm just following the money.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. That contract it was for the $54 million, but it's only like $13 million guaranteed, and then there's a bunch of contract fluff. But yeah, it's essentially a 1-year contract, I think. But he's still going to get paid. He's still going to make money. But yeah, I mean, they brought him back. Patrick. I saw a video today of Patrick Mahomes already doing dropbacks. I mean. They're gonna definitely try to get one more run at another ring. So yeah, definitely while Kelsey's there, and I think that's they're gonna be their main focus this year. So he could have just a monster year. I mean, he was like tight end 3 last year or something, and before he re-signed or before we knew that he was going to go back to KC, we thought he might retire, obviously, but he was going like in the 190s for a long time. He was going late, like almost undrafted territory for a while.
Yeah. So Mitch, let's look at the cute. Let's see how we can land this plane, man. Let's see if we can land this plane strong.
Yes, sir.
We do need another running back here. Eventually, I'm thinking.
I would say yeah. I mean, probably 2, but we can tack on a late. There's quite a few late running backs that I think
guys that I like late too.
What
What receivers are you looking at here?
Whoops. To be honest, in this range, I like Omar Cooper. I think he's going to be a really high draft pick. I think, well, there he goes.
Okay.
I do like Debo because I think he's going to sign somewhere and probably get some, he'll still be a part of something. I just don't think he's going to have near as much upside as he's had in prior years. I like A.D. Mitchell. Judy was my most drafted player last year, and he absolutely torched me.
I was just asking. I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him at all, man. I would take Travis Hunter before I took Jerry Judy.
I think Travis Hunter is still a wide receiver. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean,
I don't mind. I've taken Travis Hunter. I just don't. I'm not going to make anybody else take Travis Hunter, but I take Travis Hunter.
I'll take Travis Hunter because this is my thing with Travis Hunter. Yeah, he might not be on the field, but 33% of the snaps for the Jaguars. Yeah. But when he is on the field, Liam Cohen has dialed something up for him. Yes. And it's coming his way.
Right. He's going to get a lot of manufactured touches, design plays. If he's on the field, like you said, if he's on the field for offense, look for him to get the ball.
Exactly.
I mean, they know what they're doing.
I call it the same thing you call it, those designer touches. He's going to get them.
Exactly. He's going to get the manufactured touches. Who are you liking here? You like any of these running backs?
Not really.
Yeah, me either. I mean, I like A.D. Mitchell. I could say Debo. T-Slaw's fine. What do you think?
Yeah, we could go Tesla.
I was gonna say I got to cue somebody up. We're gonna auto.
We could go Tesla and keep with that NFC North look.
Yeah, and I do think he has a little bit more of an expanded role this year. They talked him up all last year. Obviously, they traded up multiple times to get him. Jason says perfect Jordan James team. Jason Southern, he was on my stream first, and he's a big Jordan James truther. He was real happy to see the news that Brian Robinson is now gone from San Fran. So Jordan James seems to be in line to possibly get that running back 2 spot. Mm-hmm. Pretty valuable spot there behind CMC. Best Ball Q says, I'm taking Diggs. He signed somewhere for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I knew that's what you were thinking, Q. That clock comes a little fast when you're talking. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I know. 20 seconds is not exactly the ideal probably time for streamers, but I mean, me personally, whenever I draft, I love it being 20 seconds, but for streams, it does make it a little bit more.
We grab.
Haynes, what's up, man?
Hey, who? Yeah, we grabbed Tesla. I don't feel great about Tesla, but I do feel great about his red zone production and him. I was
gonna say that's one thing you can expect from him is to be able to be targeted in the red zone.
Yeah, and, so I do like that.
Yeah,
and
I do like that.
0.5 PPR getting in the end zone is a premium. So
you gotta have it. You gotta have the touchdowns, and especially in this format. And that's the big reason why I've taken a lot of him. I am bigger on him. I know a lot of people were really heavy on him last year in the later rounds, but they had a lot of mouths to feed in Detroit. But now it's the only difference is that Drew Petzing is the OC, not just my favorite OC, but I think he's got a lot more to work with now than he did in Arizona, talent wise for sure.
Right,
but,
for sure.
We're going to see how that's going to go. So. We got a 3-3-6-2. Probably do need to look at some running backs or a tight end here.
Is Braylon's ADP? I can't really see. I can't read the names. I got bad eyes. How you feel about a Braylon Allen handcuff, or maybe not? And if not a Braylon Allen handcuff, a Trey Harris stack. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I like Trey Harris. I really like Trey Harris.
The good thing about taking Trey here is that we can essentially almost be done it. We can be done at wide receiver if we want to be.
Yeah.
And it's a good stack up. Yeah. And Trey Harris is his man be man numbers were excellent last year. So
yeah. I think Mike McDaniel's gonna like.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the like. 6'4" T-Slaw, yeah, I like T-Slaw too. 6'4", he's definitely a big body. I mean,
all right, so we're coming back around. What we're gonna do? We're coming back.
Probably need to tack on a running back here.
Another running back. Hey, let's go Tank Bigsby, because if Saquon goes down, which he could, we spent a lot of draft capital on him.
You want to do the cuff?
Yeah.
We can cuff it. I like Tank, and I mean, even if they decide to give Tank some extra carries, he could pop off a good run, get a touchdown, so he could be in play for some weeks too. Fancy Dog, yeah. Oh, Goofy Chicken, yep. I know you now. Yep. Hey, you guys go over to Goofy Chicken's YouTube channel, Goofy Chicken Fantasy on YouTube. Go over there, give him a sub, give him a like, help the guy out. Help him grow the channel, grow the community, grow the best ball community.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah, go subscribe. Thanks for clucking with me for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys being in here in the chat, in the draft stream. Episode 32, Extend the Drive Best Ball Live. Like I said, going to try to start doing 1 to 2 of these shows a week. I got another one tomorrow night with CJ Glick, I believe is his name. CJ, if you're watching, look forward to our stream tomorrow. But gonna do one tomorrow and then probably be off until next week. So what's your streams schedule look like? Are you streaming just when you can, or are you streaming?
I'm trying to stream Monday through Friday and take the weekends off. I might start streaming.
So you are trying to stream every day?
About starting streaming every day.
Oh, okay.
I got to stream every day before Flock Fantasy starts streaming again.
Gotcha. I can't get the birds in the bird street there.
Yeah, I got he got a huge market share.
Yeah, he does. That's a pretty big Flock Fantasy, pretty big outfit over there. I know they've been a part of this best ball community for a long time. So best ball Q says, good thing about Tank is of Eagles have a good playoff position. They may sit Saquon week 17 when the money matters. That's fair too. That is a fair point.
Let's see what
thanks for the number 72 subscriber for the goof. Good man. Appreciate you.
Thanks for clucking with me.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us, and appreciate that. Go give him some love, and let's see what we got here. We're about to be back on the board.
Yeah,
on the clock.
Yeah.
Probably need to look for a running back or a tight end, I'd say.
Yeah. Let's see what we got with the tight ends. How you like Kate Otten down? Do you like Kate Otten and Baker Mayfield's little connection they got in Tampa?
I do. Yeah, I do. I like the fact that he went back to Tampa. I think it's a really nice tight end 3 right there for us. Gets us done at tight end.
I like Baker and Otten more than I like Geno and Mason Taylor.
I agree. I fully agree there. Like, I'm not just huge on Geno. I think he's a fine back stack if you're needing just to, get a third quarterback. Because most of the Jets pieces, outside of like Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall are pretty cheap. But
yeah, for sure.
I would much rather have Baker and Kate Otten. So we've got a 3-4-7-3: Caleb, Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, James Cook. We are on the clock, so we will recap after we make this pick. What are you thinking here, man? Looks like Najee just went. I was going to say Najee, but now he went. But Jordan James is down here.
Get Jordan. If we reach for James, man.
Just want to go ahead and snag him up.
Yeah,
Hey, I like the cuff to CMC. I think it's a very valuable cuff. Maybe the most valuable cuff in the league.
Yeah, because for me, it was going to be James or the back just lost, or Damon Claiborne. So it was going to be one of those two at that last running back spot.
Yeah, I saw on your stream that I watched earlier. You were big on Damon Claiborne. I think he's got talent. He's definitely he's very talented. Out of Wake Forest, right?
Out of Wake Forest. I mean, what I like about him is he was a top 10 back in his class coming out of high school. That means something to me.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't know he was, but I mean, obviously, I watched him, which I'm a big SEC fan anyway, so I watched quite a bit of him on Saturdays anyways. But yeah, he's a fun player, man.
He didn't have to go to Wake Forest.
Right.
And he could have transferred pretty much anywhere. So he's a loyal guy too.
There you go. Yep.
He could have went and got some NIL from Texas A&M, I'm sure.
Yeah, I guarantee it. So let's recap this one real quick. We got 3-5-7-3, just tacked on another running back. Quarterback, Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray at running back, James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Breece Hall, Tank Bigsby, and Jordan James. Wide receivers are Luther Burden, Christian Watson, Jordan Addison, Juwan Jennings, Travis Hunter, T-Slaw, and then Trey Harris. Nice little Chargers stack there. Tight end, we got Gadsden, Kelsey, and Otten.
Okay.
I like it.
All right.
I think we need another running back, at least one, maybe two.
You can do it. Claiborne might still be there if he has one.
Yeah. There goes Vidal. Like I said, I was wanting to try to get Najee because I saw he's going out. Well, I mean, I think that he could be.
Hey man,
where his price is going, depending on where he lands. Yeah, and I do think he could.
I'm gonna say
have some cuff value, some contingent value.
I saw that clip of him running on that treadmill a couple days ago. I
didn't like it.
He looked a little hobbled. He looked a little hobbled to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, coming off an Achilles,
for sure.
But I mean, he has had a lot of time to recover. By the time it gets to season time, he's going to be even that much further down the road.
A quarterback coming off of an Achilles, cool. Running back coming off of Achilles might be a little different.
That's fair. That's fair to say. Let's see here. We got 2 picks left. Are you thinking we go for a 3-7-7-3, or do you want to do a 3-6-8-3? What do you think?
I'm thinking 3. I think we're good at running backs. I think we went early on running backs. I think we try to find one more white guy at wide receiver. My favorite, who I love, is Vele. I think he can play. I think Vele can play, and right now he's the wide receiver 2 in New Orleans.
That's a good point. And I've taken a lot of Devon Vele too. I agree.
If you go back and look at Vele's game against the Panthers and the Dolphins last year, I mean, the guy has some elite skills when it comes to catch radius, man. It's right.
Yeah.
And his hands are professional. So that's where I got a lot of Vele. Probably too much Vele.
Probably too much.
Yeah, it's over 50%. I mean, he's just
okay.
He's just sitting there.
He is a big body guy too, and could be a legit red zone threat. I agree.
And Chris Olave, he might get injured.
He could. We are back on the clock. I think we do need to take that 6th running back.
Let's do it.
Who you liking here?
I can't really. How you like Jaden Blue?
I like Jaden Blue. I think he's the running back 2 in Dallas, and obviously huge contingent value there. If with Javonte, if he does happen to go down, Blue was injured a lot last year, and kind of hurt his rookie year. But I think they're probably going to give him a little bit more work this year.
And I'm not completely sold on Javonte. So
yeah. And I mean Javonte, he's 1 year fully recovered from the Achilles that he had the bad year in Denver, came over to Dallas basically on a small prove-it contract, and then of course now he's is where he is, still the starter, and I mean undoubtedly. But let's go ahead and
quick recap.
Do a quick recap on it. 3-6-8-3. James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Breece Hall, first 3 high T start with the running backs. Burden, Christian Watson. Then we stacked up Caleb Williams. We took Herbert, Jordan Addison. Then we took Gadsden to stack up with Herbert, Kyler Murray for Addison, Juwan Jennings, Kelsey, Travis Hunter, T-Slaw, Trey Harris for the other mega Charger stack there. Then Tank Bigsby, Cade Otton, Jordan James, Vele, and then ended it with Jaden Blue. So yeah, I think that was a pretty good little. And we'll go name it real quick because like all of my guests, I got to get a grade from you. So I usually try to get a 1 to 10 grade on the team from everybody as I name it. So go ahead and give us what you think. Tell us what you think of the team. What's your grade on it as I name it?
The receivers, I feel good about most of the rooms. I feel great about the quarterback room. I feel great about the running back room, and I feel good about the tight end room. All right, so I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
And the reason I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10, the mission here is to advance and get our money back. I think we drafted a team. I'm not saying we drafted a team to get us $200,000. We could, but I think we have a good chance of getting our money back and advancing to week 15.
That's all you can do is just hope for another chance, right? You just hope for one more chance for another week. Catch up on the chat real quick. Najee visited Seahawks. Yeah. They said he was going to go check out the Raiders too. So he's definitely getting some interest. around the league, which makes me perk up a little bit. Maybe people are wanting to check in on him to see, how healthy he really is. What Fantasy Dog say here? Please tell this guy was 11th in targets, 13th in receptions last year, going undrafted as often as not. Keenan, how can a team not offer him $20 million to play? I don't think he's going to get $20 million.
Talking about Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen, yeah. 14th in reception, CMC. Yeah, I know. Yeah, CMC, definitely. Yep. But going back to the Keenan thing, which you want to fire up one more? We can just do one more if you're good. Yeah, we got the chat going. We got folks in here. Let's fire up one more, see if we can maybe get some people in the draft with us. We'll rattle it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are in. Waiting on 4. You guys get in. But yeah, Keenan Allen, I don't think he's going to get $20 million a year. I just kind of think that's past his prime a little bit. I know Mike Evans got paid, but Mike Evans is showed last year that he could still be a 1. I don't think Keenan Allen has showed that he could be a 1 in a couple years. I think he was force fed in Chicago with Caleb's first year, and then he went to the Chargers last year.
Yeah.
And, it started out great, and then he just kind of,
those legs started getting heavy.
He got dusty, man. He got dusty.
The legs started getting, those legs are in their 30s. So
that's what I'm saying.
Getting a little heavy.
He's got a lot of miles on the tires.
Don't get me wrong. I like Keenan Allen too, but Keenan Allen with Justin Herbert is going to be better than Keenan Allen with any other quarterback in the league because they're boys. Yeah.
And I mean, I do agree. Like Fantasy Dog says you in. Cool. All right. Yeah, I do. Go for it.
Mitch, you want to take the steering wheel on this one, or how you want to do this?
What do you mean? Like for
as far as picks, yeah.
I mean, we can talk through them. Yeah, we can just both agree.
We'll talk through them.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I kind of I think that worked out well for us last draft. So we'll just you tell me what you like, and I'll throw out.
We're 1.4. We're going wide receiver here. It's either Jamar Chase or Puka.
Yeah, and I will say it's probably gonna end up being Jamar because I mean
it's a no-brainer here.
I know Puka usually goes at 3.
The 3 and the 4 are the 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the easiest picks in Underdog.
Yeah, I will say now that the 1 and 2 is kind of it's a little iffier more because honestly I think Bijan and Gibbs are now neck and neck.
Yeah,
and I kind of put out that little feeler poll on Twitter yesterday or the day that Brian Robinson signed, and 70% to 30% people think that Brian Robinson could potentially be a thorn in Bijan.
I don't
know.
I
mean, probably not majorly.
I'll say this
majorly, but compared to Pacheco.
Oh yeah, okay, and just talk about Falcons history. Algier is better than Robinson.
Yeah,
so
I agree. No, I definitely agree with that. 20th round, Elijah Moore. Who says no? I'm not taking Elijah Moore.
I say no.
I guess we'll take Puka here, right?
Yeah, Puka for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I don't believe I haven't drafted any Elijah Moore since I think last year in the playoff drafting, just because he was on Buffalo, and that was just playoff drafting. But no, I haven't drafted I haven't drafted much Elijah Moore in a couple years. I mean, I knew he, when he came in the league, was drafted by the Jets. Everybody thought he was going to be the next big thing, and
I haven't seen him do anything since Hotty Toddy. So
right. Let's say if anything, B-Rock could steal some goal line. He could.
Last time I saw him do something, it was against Mississippi State when he showed his ass.
Back in the Ole Miss days. Yeah, I know, man. And he was good. I mean, he was excellent in college. But I just think
for sure.
I think he got drafted into a broken system with the Jets. We knew that. The offense was bad. I think they were starting. I can't even remember who the starting quarterback was at that time. But yeah, they were just a bad team, man. Their offensive, scheme was awful, and they just didn't set him up for success. And then after that, it just didn't translate to anything else. He never got that other, that next good chance to be the guy, and it just never came to fruition, I think.
Yeah, we want to start thinking ahead here.
Yeah, we can take a look here. So yeah, obviously Achan would be a good one, but I know he won't be there. It's probably going to be more like in the London, McBride, Kenneth Walker range.
Yeah. I'm looking at London. I'm looking at Walker. You know,
yeah.
I'm looking at London. I'm looking at Walker.
You taking a lot of Derrick Henry this year?
I'm never taking a lot of Derrick Henry. Really? But without
he's in a bad spot this year. Like last year, I think he was more of a casualty of there just not being a lot of great running backs like right next to him.
Yeah,
and like now this year, he's got Chase Brown and Kenneth Walker, and it's like it's really tough to take him over those guys.
I've been waiting on Derrick Henry's downfall for 3 years. It ain't came yet, but I'm going to be right eventually.
I mean, yeah, that's eventually that's going to happen. But I'm afraid that he's probably still 2 years off from just really falling off. But I could be wrong. I could be way wrong. Looks like London's at the top.
Now he's gone.
Without Walker?
I do. And looking at your rank, I like Kenneth Walker.
He's my next up rank for sure.
He's my next up rank too. I think getting him at what pick was that?
21. We got him a pick pass.
Getting him at anything after 19 is solid at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss getting him at like the 38, 39 range that he was going before he got signed to KC.
Yeah. Maybe next year you might be able to get him. Doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know.
If we get him there back in the 30s next year, it was a horrible season.
That's that or injury. I mean,
or injury,
which we know that which he did play all year. I was one of the biggest skeptics of Kenneth Walker with the injury history that he had.
Yeah,
and I mean, I had some last year, but I didn't have near enough. But I mean, he really didn't show out until like the very last few games of the year, right? I mean, Sharps really kind of held him in check for the most part for the whole year. Who we thinking here?
Oh, we're back up.
Yeah, okay, Jacobs, Brown, ETN, Breece Hall, T. Higgins.
How you feel about AJ, man? Maybe let's go AJ.
Okay, I'm good with that. I don't have much AJ, so
me neither, because I don't really. He's not, I'm a running back guy, so this is I'm just doing it a little different here for the viewers.
Getting a little diversified.
Yeah, this is for the viewers, man. I would never have 2 receivers in the first 3 rounds normally.
Yeah, I mean, I have done quite a bit of the hero running back too, and I think it's definitely viable this year too, because I do think there are quite a bit of later running backs that I think can actually come into roles and potentially get into bigger roles.
Do you think
there's Fantasy Dog? I guess what is he in the 8 hole or 10 hole or 9 hole there? Sorry.
Yeah, let's give him some love. See what he's doing out there.
He's got Justin Jefferson and Achan so far. About to be back up on the clock.
Okay.
But I don't recognize any other.
I don't either.
Drafters in here.
Coming back around. I wanted to ask you this: do you think AJ Brown is going to get traded?
Yes. So
if AJ Brown gets traded, that's not where I was going.
Oh, okay.
If AJ Brown's going to get traded, we could get Eagles wide receiver 1 in Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're not listening out there, but now we get 2 wide receiver 1s for the price of one.
Do you think AJ gets traded?
Do I think AJ gets traded? They said he sold his house.
See, I heard he doesn't even have a house in Philly.
I don't believe he has a house either. They don't. What is he? If he's gonna buy a house, he's gonna buy a house somewhere down in the Sun Belt somewhere.
Right. Yeah, I don't think. I've heard it too much, and I do think that he does want to reunite with Mike Grable. I do think he gets traded to the Patriots somehow. That's the big rumor right now is that post June 1st trade, whenever that they can save some money on the trade. He's pretty much gone. Is from what I've seen on all reports. But it'll be interesting to see if that's true or not.
Yeah.
I guess we can start to brainstorm a little bit on what we want to do here. I know you said Devonta Smith. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Obviously, would love to get Ladd, but I know he won't be there. We had Burden in the last draft, Jameson Williams. I'm not taking just a whole lot of J-Mo at the moment. Kind of terrified of Drew Petzing being able to call up, the plays for J-Mo.
Devontae, okay, Devontae's gone.
Yeah, Devontae went.
That might fall, but yeah. I'm looking at Colston. You think Colston Loveland?
I do like Colston Loveland. I think he's going to be a monster this year.
Yeah, and I everybody else around there is okay. I haven't taken any Terry McLaurin. My same philosophy on Terry McLaurin is the same with Derrick Henry. I'm waiting for the down
fall off.
Yeah, wait. The fall off might have already come.
The H cliff. So
and
I don't Burden.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I was leaning Loveland here.
Yeah, I am too. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sold on the Commanders play caller right now.
Well, is it what's his name now? Houston's. Isn't it Houston's OLC?
His name's not coming to me, but I do know that he's 30 years old. All right.
I can't think of his name right now.
Me either. That's because he ain't been around long enough.
Well, he was not very good with Houston either. So
I like my play calls to have a little callus on their hands holding the play call sheet.
There you go. I like that. Want to get a little dirty.
I need to have a little bit of experience.
I hear you. Yeah, you want the like a Brian Dable, something like that.
We're back up. We got some work to do at running back. I think we need to take a strong look at a running back right here. We want three running backs before pick 60 before we get out of the, in my opinion.
I know you're high on Swift. So am I. We've already got Loveland. We can stack with Caleb. What do you think about Swift here?
I feel good about it. Okay, Swift or Tootin. Swift's more safe.
Yeah, I like Swift over Tootin for sure. Yeah, and like I said, that kind of gives us that double stack there. If we can maybe get Caleb on the way back, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Yeah, it is. And I was looking at the Burden drafter here. He'll get a pick before us too, but we'll see how that goes. Fantasy Dog said don't snipe you. Or said don't snipe us on the Eagles. You don't have. Oh, you got one Eagle. You got Devonta. What are you talking about, Fantasy Dog? You said I want Swift and Watson. Well, apologies on the Swift.
You can't have Swift, sir.
No, I've been buying up the Swift. I think he, obviously he eluded free agency. Of course, they could, it's always that age old. Well, they can draft running back, sure, but they've got him on the books. I mean,
who are they going to draft this better than him?
I mean, at this point, I think he showed last year that he can operate this offense. I think Ben Johnson got some trust in him. I think he goes full year again.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Jeremiah Love, I don't see anybody with the similar skill set to DeAndre Swift in the draft. That
for catching pass wise, I agree. Swift's really good out of the backfield catching passes. So I do agree there.
I think Ben Johnson is going to lean into that. To Swift catching some balls out the backfield a little bit more coming into 2026.
I agree. Yeah, best ball Q Swift so underrated, 23%. That's healthy. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good share. That's a good
exposure.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So speaking of exposure? So I know I heard you said you had 50% of somebody earlier. What is your highest exposure number? And are you more prone to just taking full huge stances, or do you like to be more of a smoothed out exposure person? Well,
I'll say this. So with talking about those top elite RB1s that we're talking about, most of all those guys, my exposure to all those guys is around in between 15 to 20%.
Okay,
and that's high exposure when you think about it for guys that are going in the first and second round. So any running back that is, I consider a RB1 that isn't in any type of timeshare, I have high exposure to.
There you go.
Because there's not that many of them.
No, you're right. I mean, that what they say is true. Like the age of the bell cow running back is getting more and more scarce every single year. You know, more OCs and head coaches are wanting to implement two backs. They're wanting to keep guys fresh. They want early down grinder, then they want to change a pace third down back. You know, it's getting more and more prevalent in the whole over across the league. I'm going to assume I know who we want here.
So
I'm not going to say it just in case.
Okay, we got
watching.
some people in the stream.
Maybe.
Okay.
Don't want to tip it off.
Yeah. So all right, now we're up. Either Caleb Williams or you bet on your Drake May, AJ Brown Eagles connection.
Yeah, well, if we didn't already have two Bears, I probably would
be
more open to May. But already having Swift and Loveland, I think just taking Caleb there is probably the play.
Perfect.
And I mean, we probably could have pushed it, but there wasn't any need to.
You know,
these two guys already had a quarterback. This guy didn't.
And you know, taking May and taking him just because AJ Brown, we think he's going to go to the Patriots. That's speculation, and I don't like to speculate.
It's a risky bet. It is a risky bet.
But it'll pay off if you take the bet. It'll pay off.
I mean, obviously, if he does end up going to New England, becomes the new, you know. But you know, they did just get Romeo Doubs too. Like, it's going to be a little crowded if they do get AJ Brown over there too.
Yeah, they got a lot of wide receiver twos over there.
What are you thinking here? We're about to be back on the clock. We got a 1-2-2-1.
Yeah.
Got two good receivers, two good running backs. We've already got a good tight end and quarterback, so kind of wide open here. I do like a running back, and I do like Chuba Hubbard a lot this year.
I want to talk to you about Chuba after we make this pick. I want to go DK, but
DK?
Yeah, and hopefully he doesn't slap anybody.
I'm totally fine with DK.
So I was looking at. I think I might have saw it on X. You said that you were more in on Rico than Chuba last year.
I was,
and that had me thinking. Well, the same reason why you were in on Rico last year should be the same reason you are out on Chuba Hubbard this year.
No, it was more of the fact that it was a price thing last year, right? Because Rico was going 160s, 170s, and Chuba was going in the 50s.
Right.
Because everybody was just everybody was just all entrenched that, which he was. He was the lead back to start the year. Can't say he wasn't. But, once he got injured, got the calf injury, that opened up the door for Rico. But I felt Rico was going to I thought he had standalone value also, because I thought, Canales had mentioned multiple times that he wants to have two good backs that he can use at any time on any down. And that's why he was so excited about getting Rico. Mm-hmm. So I will say a big majority of my initial Rico exposure was because I thought he was going to re-sign in Dallas. Now, when that didn't happen, his price even went cheaper, you know, so I just kept buying. And I will say I did not have near as much Chuba for that reason, because I didn't predict that Chuba was going to get injured and he was going to lose his job.
Yeah,
I did it more so because I liked the price of Rico compared to Chuba.
I'm speculating here.
Now, this year, my thinking is Rico's gone.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have high hopes for Jonathan Brooks, but the guy's coming off 2 ACL tears and back-to-back years, not good. And the only other running back right now is A.J. Dillon and Trevor Etienne.
Right.
I mean, the GM has full confidence in Chuba being a lead back. He said it again. He just said it, a month or two ago. 2024, Chuba was basically going at like pick 180, pick 190 for the Panthers. Jonathan Brooks obviously got injured, so that led the way for him to basically be the lead back the whole year. He had a really good year, got paid. I think this year he might be able to do that again. I think he can reciprocate some kind of form of that 2020-24 year. And that's my hope.
I'm going to be honest, you sold me.
Did I?
You sold me. but when I cut up,
you taking your wallet out and buying now?
yeah, or discount.
Well, the bad thing is most of my shares were in the high 90s, early 100s, and now he's going in the 70s. So the discount has kind of evaporated a little bit, but I still don't mind his price.
What do we
think?
think?
We are on the clock here.
We've been talking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with Rico. I mean, I'm good with Wandell.
Q Rico, just in case.
I like him or Wandell. What do you think? Or Romeo?
Okay. Let's go Rico. We only got 2 backs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I do think Rico, getting reunited with Mike McCarthy and Pitt, obviously plays well for his fantasy value. Jalen Warren, I think they'll probably be a little bit of a committee. But Jalen Warren's also really good at catching the ball out of the backfield. I think they'll probably split series at times.
One thing we can say about Rico, he has proven that he is an ultimate competitor in a committee situation.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and it's what he said last year. He said, he wanted to earn the job. And
right. Because right now in 2 years, he's 2 for 2 taking the job.
That's true. Beat out. Well, let's say it wasn't too hard to beat out Zeke in Dallas, but we are on the clock here. Do you like Wandell? Do you like Dobbs? I think we probably need to pluck or we could go Stafford and just go ahead and stack up a Tua or Nakua, whatever his name is. We can do that. I mean, we did spend first pick capital on
spent money on him, so let's get the most out of it. Did we get him?
Yeah, we got him. Yeah. Barely. I thought it slipped on me there.
What do you think about Tennessee, man? What do you think about? I'm real high on Tony Pollard. I'm gonna be honest with you. I still am high. I don't think Jeremiah Love is going to the Titans.
That's kind of. I was out for a while. Like I was buying Tony Pollard whenever the contest dropped, and then I stopped because I was kind of worried that Tennessee was going to cut Pollard. And my major flaw on wanting to take him was that I thought he was going to get cut. I thought he was going to be a cap casualty.
Yeah.
And then now that he's not, I don't think they're going to take Jeremiah Love. And I think they're just going to ride him for one more year.
I think they're going to let him play out his contract.
Right. I think he plays one more year. I think he gets one more year. He was actually really good down the stretch last year.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he had multiple 100-yard games there towards the end of the year last year.
He earned it. And one of those, and he went off against Cleveland. And Cleveland's a good defense.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, sorry, Hames, I meant to call that out. Jay Brooks season. Yeah, I mean, I was taking a lot of John Brooks. Before he even had an ADP. I mean, so I'd been in on him, and then once his, and his price is still not bad.
I agree. I think that the Carolina Panthers,
and me and Hames talked about this. Hames was on one of my last streams too, and we talked extensively about this situation.
I think that the Carolina organization has been taking a peek in that training room, and they've been looking at Brooks rehab, and I'm like, he looks like the guy we drafted in the second round.
Exactly, that's exactly right, and I think they are pretty confident that he can, become something there in that backfield. But that's also, again, obviously injury have not been on his side. Obviously, you never, wish the guys are going to get injured, and you can't predict it, but it's not been his luck, I will say. We are about to be back on the clock here.
I got my eye on Dalton Kincaid a little bit. I think I like Dalton Kincaid. He's one of the few tight ends that's a vertical threat. He's one of the few tight ends that isn't catching all his balls in the flats. Yeah. There's a lot of guys.
Yeah, I think DJ Moore obviously will help him out too.
Yeah, so there's a lot of tight ends out there that catch a lot of balls, but a lot of the time they get, like, for example, just like Gunnar Helm. He catches every ball he catches is in the flats.
True.
So
which that could have been a result of the OC too. I mean, now they got Brian Dable in there. I do think he'll probably hopefully be a little bit more vertical. But I see I get what you mean though. Yeah, that's true. OC obviously plays a lot into that too. What routes they run, what plays they run.
That's true.
I do agree there. But yeah, I mean, Kincaid is a heck of a good receiving tight end. And like I mentioned, I do think DJ Moore going there now will help open him up probably a little bit more also.
Do we want to take another swing on maybe I don't want to talk too much. Yeah, you're around there. You're one of those guys again.
I'm thinking, I think I know who we'll probably both agree on.
I can't. I'm sorry, man. I can't draft rookie wide receivers where I don't even know where they're at yet.
Concepcion, yeah. I don't have a lot there. Do you like Downs or Higgins, or which one? I know we talked about both.
We talked about both. Let's go Downs.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Although I love Higgins.
Yeah, I'm drafting both. That's why I was just like, which one do you want more? Because honestly, I draft both.
Higgins' wide receiver room is a little bit more crowded, and they have an alpha.
Nico
both don't have an alpha. I'm not if you want to crown Alex Pierce, then crown him, but I'm not crowning him as an alpha yet.
I hear you, and I they went and paid him, which he did take less money. I will say that. There were supposedly some bigger offers made to him, and he stayed in Indy for a little bit less money. But, I also think that Daniel Jones played a large part in that, being able to make those throws. Mm-hmm. And when Anthony Richardson was there, it was not happening. Pierce was definitely just a long ball threat. And I think that when they brought Daniel Jones in, that really opened up Alec Pierce's game, and he actually elevated him.
Right.
I do think he's a good wide receiver. I will say that. I do think he's good. I don't know if he's worth the money they just spent on him as a one. Right. He's never been a one in his life. I mean,
right, which helps us, which makes this Josh Downs pick
a little bit better, a little sweeter.
Better. Yeah, a little bit.
But let's see, we are coming up in round 12 here. Let's recap it real quick.
Yeah,
2, 3, 4, 2. Started off with Puka, Ken Walker, AJ Brown, Colston Loveland, DeAndre Swift. Got a nice little 3-piece there with the Caleb Williams, Chicago combo. DK Metcalf, Rico, Matt Stafford with the Puka connection, Dalton Kincaid, and we just took in the 11th Josh Downs. So I think we got a good balance right now. Obviously got 2 good quarterbacks. We've got 3 solid running backs. Wide receivers look good. Yeah, we got the balance going again. Not taking any huge swings, not really having to.
No, because we're trying to get our money back.
We're definitely trying to make money. We're trying to make our money back. Plus, we're going to try to make some money.
But the first step is to get it back. And then the second step is.
There you go.
So my thing is like, if at the end of the year, if I end up with a 20% return on my money, I'm ecstatic.
Yeah. I
know some folks are swinging for the fences trying to win $2 million.
I mean, I'll definitely take the swings, but do I expect to win? No. But I mean, hey, it can happen any year. You just got to have a little luck. I mean, I will. I've said it before, and I've played best ball for better part of 7-8 years now, and I will say it's about 90% luck and about 10% skill. Yeah. I mean, you've got to get lucky. You've got to have the right things fall into place.
Right.
It's got to all work for you. But we are on the clock.
Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt for me.
Okay.
Don't move too fast, but I was
hoping you were in on him too, because I'm in on Bill.
I was looking at him for about 45 seconds there, waiting.
Hoping he didn't go. Hoping he didn't get taken.
Hey, 800 yards in part-time work.
Yeah.
He's going to give you some good games.
Yeah, I agree. I'm
not scared. I'm not scared of Rashad White when it comes to.
I'm not either. And that $2 million contract that he got, I'm not scared at all. So we are going to be back up in 2 picks.
What do we need? What do we really need?
We need wide receiver, probably.
All right, let's look at him.
Wide receiver. Diggs is there. Hunter, we still there. I mean, we're in this range again where we were last.
We had a commenter. We had a person in the chat talk about Diggs.
Yeah. And I don't mind Diggs.
I don't mind Diggs either.
I'd rather take Diggs over like an Ayuk. I will say that.
Okay.
I don't know where you're at on Ayuk. Ayuk's kind of like what we talked about earlier. I need to see him play again before I can be in on him.
I'm not going to lie, though. Ayuk was my guy when he was on the field healthy. I love the way he plays.
Yeah, but I mean, that's been, 2 years now?
It's been a long time ago.
I know. And, the injury was brutal. The injury was brutal. And then he had the fallout with the Niners. And, they're going to cut him, but they're basically playing the game with him and making him wait the whole time. And
I like 7-figure Ayuk. I don't like 8-figure Ayuk. And I'm talking about M. I like the 7-figure Ayuk. I didn't really like the 8-figure Ayuk.
No, and he got
personality change.
A lot of people said that. Yeah, like he got paid. and then all of a sudden didn't want to play football anymore. It seemed like almost.
But with that being said, there has been some rumors out there that San Francisco needs to step up and take a little blame in that situation.
I do think that, it's a two-way street there. I don't think the whole story's out. I agree with you. I think the Niners definitely have some blame in that. Huhame said, I remember Ayuk in college. Yeah, I do too.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you saw that clip back in the day when Ayuk and Shanahan were arguing about his shorts at practice.
Yeah.
That's
just because he was wearing a different colored pair of shorts than everybody else.
Was out. Like, nah, bro, wear the right shorts, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to follow the rules of the team, then it's kind of on you too. You know what I mean? I mean, and then just some of the weird stuff that he's posted on his IG lately, where he's eating ice cream cone and it's just going everywhere. Which I'm like, what are you doing, man? Why are you posting this stuff? Like, just I don't know. Something tells me he's not serious about playing football. And
Hushmanzada said in a podcast that he was always a monster. The money just brought it out of him, and he wasn't referencing monster as in a good way,
as in a fantasy like production monster,
not like a monster,
like a bad person monster. Right?
Yeah,
it's a sad story, man, because he really was super talented. Should have been happy he was wearing shorts. Yeah, I agree, dude. I mean,
who are you thinking here?
I mean, I'm not going to say it because.
Okay.
But because this guy only has one quarterback and he's sitting at the top of the queue. But I mean, if DJ makes it back here, we've got Downs. I don't see that. I figured he was going to take him too. But I mean, I do like Chig for tackling on for a third wide receiver or a tight end. Sorry. You like Chig? Or you in on Chig?
Man, we talked up Ayuk. Let's give Ayuk a chance.
Okay.
We talked him up.
All right.
Yeah, we should be good at wide.
We got a nice ADP dip there, 14 picks passed. I'm okay. I'm okay with that value. If a lot of people think that he's going to go to the Commanders, and if he does, then he couldn't land in much of a better spot if he does actually land in Washington. So we'll make that bet, especially like I said, 14 picks passed. I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, what is he now? Almost a year and a half removed off of that knee injury.
Yeah, I mean. Technically, he should be able to hit the field today and play.
Right.
It's just been the fact that, this little divorce that he's having with the Niners has been such an ugly thing going on.
Yeah.
Let's make this pick, and then we'll recap team real quick. Who are you thinking here?
I don't like anybody there. Pick anybody. Who you want?
I like A.D. Mitchell.
Okay.
I think he's got a lot of talent and upside. And with Geno on that, well, never mind.
Can't go Tesla again.
No, we can pull up Mooney.
That's fine. Yeah.
I mean, technically, we could almost be done at wide receiver with that too, because I don't like these. I don't really care for any of these tight ends, and I don't really care for any of these. I like Sampson, but I think Mooney's going to continue to move up. And come on,
did you get him?
Yeah. It was just
we gotta be done at wide receiver.
Yeah,
now.
We're done. I think we'll stop at 7.
I can't stomach another one after that one.
Yeah, we'll stop with the Ayuk and then Darnell Mooney. But let's recap it real quick. Quarterback, we got it right now. Me and the Goofy Chicken was sitting at a 2-4-7-2. 2 quarterbacks right now: Caleb Williams, Matt Stafford. Running backs are K-Dub, DeAndre Swift, Rico Dowdle, Bill Crosby Merritt. Wide receivers: Puka, AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Josh Downs, Stephon Diggs, Brandon Ayuk, Darnell Mooney. Tight end room sits with Colston Loveland and Dalton Kincaid.
Diggs, Ayuk, and Mooney is making my stomach bubble a little bit.
I was about to say, we got a retirement home there.
It's making my stomach bubble a little bit. It's starting to make me feel like we need to go roll the dice and go 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. What do you think?
Yeah, I know. But I do like a ton of late tight ends. But Fantasy Dog said got Bigsby, Tucker, Malik Washington queued for next pick. Oh, I appreciate you telling us.
Yeah, man.
Everybody, we're able to follow you along on stream too.
We've been showing our hands, so thank you.
and then Huhame said bold taking Puka at the 4. Yeah, I mean, I saw he bit the girl. There's stuff going on about what he said. He's starting to. Everybody was funny as they were saying he's on his Antonio Brown arc era or something. But
You know,
I mean, he's still one of the best wide receivers in the league. I mean,
I don't think Sean McVay's losing any sleep at night over there.
No. I think he probably pulls him to the side and is like, "Hey, man, can you calm it down a little bit?"
I'm tired of the questions.
Yeah, I don't want to have to answer for this stuff, man. Come on.
All right.
We are coming back up in a few pigs. I see Jalapeno is in the chat. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you. Puka's got some explain. Yeah, I get it. Mike Tyson there biting the ear off. I get it.
Either third quarterback here. How many running backs do we got? 4.
We could take a running back.
I think we should go best player on the board here, whoever we think that is, outside of wide receiver.
I mean, tight end's probably it's either tight end or running back because quarterbacks obviously we're a little ways away from.
Okay, what are the tight ends looking like?
Schultz, Stowers, Njoku, Mason Taylor.
Stowers is the only one I would,
I'm fine. I like the upside. I do like the upside.
Maybe he gets us a Rondé season.
Yeah. I mean, depending on where he lands, yeah. I mean, it would be nice seeing him land in Baltimore or somewhere that be fantasy friendly.
There's a couple places that he could land. It would be nice to see him land in a place where their tight end one is an inline tight end.
Yeah,
and then he doesn't strike me as an inline tight end.
No, I agree. He's not. I don't believe he is either. I know I was looking. I just saw somebody was talking about he's not a very good blocker, but we don't really care if he's a really good blocker if he only runs routes.
I don't think you get fantasy points for blocking down.
No, I would rather him not. I would rather him not block. To be honest,
last time I checked, you don't get fantasy points on a reach block.
Do you like any of these running backs, or we could just go ahead and
you want to swing on Rodgers, man?
We've got Rico, we got DK, we got Rico. We might as well. That gives us our third quarterback, and like I said, we already had pieces, so might as well take him there.
And now I think we got to finish this thing off with the RBs.
Yeah, we need running backs. We need the running backs. We're gonna have to take a few shots here, but we still got 3 picks. I mean. Yeah. I would say we spend them all on running back because I think we already said we were pretty much done at wide receiver. I think we're done at tight end and quarterback. So
that makes it easy.
Makes it a lot easier for sure.
Let's find us a couple guys that are going to break a couple 80-yarders.
Let's do that. I know you said something about Braylon Allen earlier. I'm fine with him. I know you like Demon.
That was because of a Brees handcuff.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm buying back in on Benson at his price now, but I don't care if we take him or not. We don't have to.
I love Benson.
Do you?
I love Benson. I haven't been drafting him as much this year because now I think there's a chance that Benson gets traded for some picks.
He could.
I think the Cardinals. There's several teams out there in the NFL that are like, is Benson available?
Yeah, I mean, this is his second year, right? Last year was his rookie year.
This could be his third
year. Okay.
Yeah,
I had my years mixed up.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be his third.
Yeah, I mean, he went to Texas, right? He went
to Florida State.
Florida State. Who was I thinking of that went to Texas? Why am I thinking of Trey Benson went to? I don't know why I thought he went to Texas. Florida State. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, he was. James Conner was still kind of at his peak whenever he was drafted, when Trey was drafted. So kind of held him off his rookie year. And then last year, he was kind of up and down. And he didn't really show a whole lot. He was injured too.
Trey Benson is 23.
Okay.
He went to Florida State, a 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
And his average yards per carry right now, career is 4.9 yards.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and you like him here, right?
I just talked him up.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can't have a 45-second conversation about him and then
talked him up.
And that's 13 picks past ADP. So, I mean, that's basically free. There's really not much downside other than him just being a complete zero.
Yeah,
I mean,
anybody that's in a front office around the league that looks at it, they're looking at that 4.9 yards a carry. They're like, all right, hey. He's falling forward.
Yeah, as Fantasy Dog says, hoping Hollywood for my Hurt, Smith, and Goddard. Well, he's all yours, buddy, because I'm definitely not taking Hollywood.
Who?
Mark. Yeah, I'm not taking Hollywood. I was gonna ask you if you were taking any, but I'm not. Not in on that one.
I haven't seen him since. I haven't seen him be
relevant in 3 years. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe if he was still living in Oklahoma, maybe, but yeah, nah.
We are about to be back up. We're going to take your guy Claiborne. There's Najee. There's Jaden Blue.
I want to swing on Damon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I like the upside because he's definitely a very shifty, elusive back. I do like that. And then we're down to our last pick, so we can take some shots, or we can. I don't know if there's any deep guys you like. There's not just a ton I love, but.
Let's do it. Well, I mean, we're about to end, so we don't need to do a recap right now. But who's out there that's going to win us that $200,000? Who could we stack with? Who could we stack with Caleb, Matt Stafford, Aaron Rodgers? Is there anybody out there?
As far as not running backs. Yeah, no. I was gonna say, like, I know, like Emery DeMercado is I know Who Hames is really big on him. Now going to KC, probably being in that Rashard's what they thought Rashard Smith was going to be.
Right. We got Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, and then Best Ball Q made a good point. DJ Giddens, the JT handcuff. That is true. That is true. I do like Giddens. I think that's a good call. I don't mind. I'm open to that.
That's another explosive back.
Yeah, and it's one of the more contingent, with behind JT, it's definitely a very high contingent play there. So I'm more than open for that. I think Jerome Ford is even, which we've got Bill. So I don't know if we want to play that or not.
I'm out on Jerome Ford, but you could try to talk me into it over these picks.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna try to talk you into that. I'm not, because I'm not that confident in him. But yeah, I mean, I like Giddens. I think DeMercado's fine. I mean, I think Najee is more of a chaperone pick. We
took Jaden Blue last time.
Yeah, I'm leaning either Emery or DJ Giddens. I don't know what you think. What are you thinking?
I'm DJ Giddens over DeMercado,
okay.
Just because I don't want Kenneth Walker to get hurt. He's on our team.
That's true, and I didn't even which, I mean, if you think about it, I don't think DeMercado would be the direct backup to K-Dub. I think they would probably either trade for a running back or, I think DeMercado is essentially just the third down change of pace guy.
And just to talk about a guy that I've been taking some swings on, just a shot. I've been taking some Jam Miller, like from Alabama.
Yeah. I've seen some people talking up Seth McGowan. I've seen people talking about Jam. I have seen that.
I took some Jam Miller. I like that.
Some of these 6th round, some of these guys that are going to be day 6 guys or whatever, 6th round picks are going to. Some of them are going to hit.
There's
maybe just one or two, but
there's a Bill Krosky merit out there somewhere.
Exactly. I mean, one of them is going to hit. You just gotta hope you pick the right one.
Yeah. So
there goes Blue. So I think we're pretty aligned on Giddens here.
Yeah, let's go with Best Ball Q and let's go Giddens here.
Yeah, we'll go Giddens. We'll finish. Well, never mind.
Okay.
Well, what do you want to go jam?
Let's jam it out, man. Let's go ahead and let's get our SEC bias going.
Yeah. We got the Wake Forest, and then we got some Jam Miller. So we're good with that. Okay, let's. I guess we'll recap this one real quick. So this is team number 2, episode number 32 of Extend the Drive Best Ball Live. Appreciate you guys being with me and my guy, the Goofy Chicken here. Second team we drafted. This one ended as a 3-7-7-3. Quarterbacks, Caleb Williams, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers. Running back room, KW3, DeAndre Swift, Rico Dowdle, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, Trey Benson, Demon Claiborne, Jam Miller. Wide receivers Puka, AJ Brown, DK, Josh Downs, Stephon Diggs, Brandon Ayuk, and Darnell Mooney. We finished at our tight end room with Colston Loveland, Dalton Kincaid, and Eli Stowers. So while I'm going over to name this guy, why don't you go ahead and give us a grade on our team 2 here?
I hate I gotta do this. Okay.
I don't like that
because I this is different for me going all these wide receivers are but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go 6.7 here. 6.7.
6.7. Man, if my kids heard that, they would be going nuts right now.
I'm gonna go 6.7 here. It's not what I would normally do. We got 2 40-year-old quarterbacks.
I agree. I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you. I do think that we kind of went a little off the board on this one. But I mean, I don't think it's terrible. But
it's not terrible.
I could agree. I think it's I think it's a 6.5 to a 7. I agree.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. I think that's more than fine. Let's go ahead and name this thing. Episode 32.
We didn't get any 10s today, but you don't get
Hey, like you said, not everything's going to be you just trying to get your money back, right? You're just trying to stay in the game.
I think we put out 2 rosters where we could get our money back and have a lot of hooks, have some hooks out there in the sea.
Right.
The more hooks the better out there.
Exactly. You gotta shoot. You want to have as many bullets in the chamber.
Yeah.
As you can get. Hey, look, my man, we got both teams here labeled as always. As I always say on all my excuse me. So I say on all the streams, hey, anytime that anybody comes on my stream to drive with me, it's always 50-50 after tax. That's the way it's always been. Anytime we split it halfway. We both get the cut. So hopefully we see those teams in the finals, and we're cutting some cash towards the end of the year.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna go buy me once we get our money, I'm gonna go get me a Toyota RAV4.
Okay, I like that. I like those RAV4s.
Yeah,
I like that, man. Anyway, Goofy, man, it's been great. You've been a lot of fun, dude. It's been a fun stream. Two teams, fun teams. I'll say the second one was probably a little bit more fun, but we were probably a little more serious on the first team. But no, man, it's been really fun. Before we hop off, thanks everybody. Hope you guys gave subs, give a like. Go ahead and plug yourself, man. Tell them where they can find you, and go ahead and give the plug real quick before we hop off.
Hey, everybody that's in here today, thank you for joining us. Thank you for clucking with us. All right, we appreciate it. You can find me over there, YouTube, GoofyChicken Fantasy. All right, we're trying to stream. We're trying to draft. Streamers stream, drafters draft. That's what we're all about. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you for bringing me onto your platform. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Yeah, man, it was my pleasure. But with that being said, we're going to sign off. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you. All right, see you.